Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is, Chord Dave. How are you? Nice to see you all on this Saturday evening. Now I know the microphone's working, so we're all good. Yeah, thanks for joining us. So nice to see so many of you all here already. Crazy week. When is it not a crazy week? But anyway, we made it Saturday, so cheers to all you. Um, Beer of the week is Honeydew again. Had this a couple of weeks ago. Really impressed by Fuller's. And somebody here said that it was their favorite brewery. So good pick. I really liked it. All right. So I see some people that I recognize in the chat. So hello to all of you. Hello there to Will Hall. Scott Bogfoot, of course, is an ever present, as is Todd Moore and Marcia. Nice to see you. Scott with the big question, which I had to double check something because, I do have a forgetful mind these days. But Scott says, seriously though, why the hell was Use Your Illusion 2 so odd, to say the least? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Use Your Illusion is 2 has Estranged on it, which makes it the best one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's like Use Your Illusion is some fantastic stuff on it and some kind of wacky stuff. So it's a good question. Maybe if I ever get Slash on the channel for an interview, I will ask him for sure. Hello, Anne. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Scott, follow-up question. What are your thoughts on why it was so strange in comparison? As in comparison to Use Your Illusion 1 or in comparison to like Appetite or something else? Let me know what your comparison. I know, I think it's pretty strong, but I am super biased, so like I definitely think it's worth. I mean, I have it on heavy rotation to be quite honest. Use Your Illusion 2. Estranged is one of my favorite songs of all time. Civil War is up there too. So yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like it. So yeah, I've never considered it being super strange. I guess the whole album is kind of strange. Chris from Coburg, I don't know. Hello from Canada. No, I'm not in a truck. Good, good. I believe it's quite cold. All of the pictures I see look cold. Todd says it's because of Axel. A lot of explanations for things are because Axel. So, yeah, for sure. Um, Absolutely, yeah, it's good stuff. Marty McFly, 82 Squires says, "Hey there, Chord Dave." Well, hey there, Marty. Nice to see you. Glad to see you here again. Jeff Squires, nice to see you, sir. Everyone from a sunny Kirkland Lake. I'm glad you're in a sunny part of the world. I'm from Ireland. I don't really know what sunny means. So, no, we do. We see sunshine sometime around like May, somewhere like that. It'll be grand. But yeah, nice to see you, Jeff. Glad to have you here as always. Slash and Miles Kennedy and conspirators even played a live stream show today. Anybody catch that? I didn't catch today's one. I saw the live thing they did on online yesterday. I think it was on YouTube yesterday from Studio 60 or something. I thought it was quite good. First few listens to the record yesterday, I was really impressed with. When we have a few more folks in, we'll have a chat about that if anyone has been listening to it. And we'll see what your thoughts are. I'm liking the album, to be quite honest with you. And I did try and buy one of the Slash Les Pauls yesterday, the 254 limited editions. 3 times I got one of them into my basket/cart, however you say it. And 3 times when I went to make the purchase, they said no. So yeah, disappointed in that. But yeah, I guess there's 250 people around the world very happy with their limited edition guitars. I expect them next week or the week after to be at least double the price on reverb. So good job, Gibson, I suppose. Scott Bogfoot with the very interesting comment, and I agree with this wholeheartedly. Hit like, you know you wanna. Absolutely, you do. It's for sure. Will watched last night on Facebook channel. Very good. Yeah, it was good. I like the I've seen some of the live stuff. They're like their live shows, and they're playing some good covers and everything. Um, Really liking it. So yeah, all good. Chris says he's drinking Tito's vodka straight. All right, it's been one of those days I could have joined you. I was drinking a bit of Jack Daniels myself last night. But hey, back on the old soft drinks tonight. So there you go. Benny is here. How are you, Benny? Nice to see you. Glad to have you here as always. And Robert, all the way from Adelaide. Yeah, nice to see you as well. Hope you're having a good Sunday morning down there. Muddy H2O. I'm not sure what the emojis mean, but I have a feeling I might be to do it. By the way, guys, just if anyone's like looking at my t-shirt and being like, hey, that's a cool t-shirt Dave has, I should get one of those. There are links in the description below, and I need to sell about 1,000 of them so that I can buy Muddy H2O's guitars, please. So if you could all, if like you could all get 1,000 people to buy a t-shirt from me so I could buy Muddy's guitars, that'd be fantastic. Because I want that Les Paul, please. I think that'd be great. Uh, I think that's the only way it's going to happen, Muddy, but nice to see you here as always. Marta, anyone saw the article slash posted comparing his two headlining bands? I posted it to the TCD Facebook. So yeah, I had a quick glance at that when you posted it, Marta, there this evening. It's interesting. I've always thought, like I've seen Conspirators with Slash play live a few times, but going back to 2010, I believe. And I always felt that. I always felt it was much more of a loose kind of just go out and have fun sort of thing, whereas the Guns N' Roses shows are like even Axl turns up on time. That's saying a lot. Like, I mean, that's fucking weird. So, so yeah, no, I've always felt that. So I'm not surprised to hear that. Glad to glad to see Slash having some fun though. It's been a while since he's been able to do that. Glenn Bailey is here. Nice to see you, Glenn. Thanks for joining us. And Al is here. Al Adolfson as well. Just an old guy. Always welcome. Al, nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. Matt Von Bosch as well. Good to see you. What are your thoughts on the new Slash signature? Yeah, I like it. I have said it, tried by it. It's sold out everywhere. Only 250 of them made. I knew they were coming for weeks, months. I think I actually mentioned it way before Christmas that there was going to be a limited run for them. And yeah, got up yesterday early. It was like I knew kind of roughly 9 o'clock on the dot they'd be released. Got a little bit distracted by an email. It was like 9:01. Went on home and popped it in the cart. Was there. It was like, all right, cool, bye. And then it was like, this product is sold out. I was like, damn it. Then I went to Anderton's. They were sold out. And then the final one was Chicago Music Exchange. Found out later in the afternoon. I was like, oh, they still have one. And by the time I went to hit buy, gone as well. And that would have cost me 23% extra. Because that's what the Irish government likes to charge you when you import something. So yeah, that wouldn't have been fun, but I wanted one of those guitars for its resale value and for how cool it would have been. But honestly, I reckon they're going to be twice the price in a couple of weeks' time. A lot of scalpers bought them. Wouldn't be surprised to see one or two of them turn up on the Trogley's guitar show next week. Sometimes keep an eye out for that. Todd says, good crowd already. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hello to anybody I've missed, and me too. But yeah, good to see everybody. And yeah, Jeff Squires correctly. Lots of Canucks. Is that how you pronounce that word? Canucks. Or Canucks. Canucks, I suppose. Here, nice to see you all. Anyway, all the Canadians, the Americans, the Australians, and everybody else. Why not? Yeah, it's cool. There's a contest I entered that ends next week for an Epiphone Les Paul slash Les Paul in Vermilion Burst. Hope I can give you all a review of that soon. That's a nice guitar. I mean, obviously, we want them to put Pro Bookers like in something else and put Burst Bookers in this one. That's what they should have done. But yeah, no, Slash might have something like this coming. Sorry to Muddy H2O, but this is a custom of some sort that Slash was playing on his live shows yesterday. And I do believe he's been playing this on his live shows along with an SG and another Flying V as well, a Cherry Sunburst one. So yeah, lots of Slash stuff coming. I don't believe there's more Epiphone stuff coming though. So Flying V Gibson with Slash's name on it. There's a Firebird, so why not have a Flying V? As a newly minted Flying V fan, of course, I agree with having Flying Vs. A very maple leaf heavy crowd around here. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. T-shirt link doesn't seem to work. Oh, okay. Well, I will see about that. Let me see if I can pop another one in the thing here then. Thanks for letting me know that, Marty. Let me see. I will try it because I will say I was making some adjustments. Maybe that's something to do with it. And yeah, I really don't like Teespring as their layout is terrible. Let's try again. All right, there we go. Share the link. Right, sorry guys, I'll be 2 seconds if this website will ever load. All right, we'll come back to that in a second maybe. No, not that one. Sorry guys. All right, share that. And let's come back. All right, so Marty, yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate it. I think I can put it in the things there. I don't know if it'll actually show up, but if not, it should be on every other video I post, and I'll post it as well in the Facebook group after the chat, after the live stream tonight. So let's have a quick look. Where are we now? T-shirt link doesn't work. Okay, then money HO closest to the wallet emoji I could find. Yes. Well, considering your plans, I feel like I understand it completely, 100%. But I hope it's okay to say, Money HO is selling some guitars, by the way, folks, and I do want to buy them. So might have to set up a Kickstarter or something to afford the Les Paul he's selling. But it's so beautiful, like it is gorgeous. So somebody's going to get a beautiful guitar, and you're going to get a great one because I know what your plans are, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Jeff Square, Slash and Miles were on a late night show. Good song. Some of the new albums pretty catchy. I was listening to it yesterday, doing a bit of work. Nodding along. Just like it. I like it a lot. How's the Flying V settling in, Benny? Really well. I feel I feel like there's a little bit more work than I expected with it. Like for example, I wasn't ready for the Kaler not being blocked up properly. You know, a lot of people when they take the Kalers off will pop some either mahogany or maple, usually mahogany, in and then cover it up. But no, this was just covered up. So not 100% sure what to do with it because it wasn't rooted out very well in the first place. So I might look at that. But yeah, I spent a lot of the last couple of weeks like researching, looking online for a good deal on 80s Gibson Dirty Fingers, and everything else I need for it is right over there, and I love it. Honestly, it's so great. And Money sent me a good diagram of how to actually use the guitar sitting down, and it works brilliant. So yeah, I was struggling with it a little bit, like holding it, but I've got to grips with it now. Really love it. Yeah, it's a keeper for sure. So loving the guitar and definitely recommending Flying V's to everybody. I've actually looked at 2 or 3 of them this week, be like, oh, I could add that too. So yeah, there's more going into the wish list as we speak. But yeah, thanks for asking that, Benny. But yeah, it's very cool. Hope yours is going well. How's yours actually? The Harry Benton, those look great. And now that I'm a lover of V's, wait, I've always been a lover of V's, but I mean Flying V's. Now that I'm a lover of those too, the Harley Benton one looks very appealing. Todd Moore says, I'm much more of a GNR fan than a Conspirators fan. I don't like M. Kennedy that much. Ooh, this is controversial, man. Even though he's quite popular. Yeah, I like him. I've got to say, I do like him. I'm a fan of a lot of Alter Bridge stuff, so I do like Alter Bridge. And yeah, I'm more of a Guns N' Roses fan too, though. I mean, to be honest with you, it is a league or two above. So yeah, for me anyway, there's no competition there. But I would say they're fun. They put on a great live show. That's one thing I will say. Miles is pretty cool. He nearly was part of a Zeppelin reunion when Plant wouldn't do it, apparently. But so was Chris Cornell, so who knows the truth there, really. Scott says, oh, cool. The SG could arrive as soon as Monday. Excellent. Of course, if you're not familiar, Scott won the Epiphone SG special with the P90s in the Pelham Blue, faded Pelham Blue. One of my favorite guitars of the last 5 years. And it's cool you're going to be getting it so soon. So yeah, we'll be excited to see that and hear your thoughts because I love it. I absolutely love that guitar. So hopefully you get a really good one like I did. Um, Let me see. Muddy H2O not impressed with the new Slash model. Uh, just bought a red Paul. Just buy a red Paul. Peel the number 4 off your mailbox and save yourself hundreds. That's actually not a crazy recommendation. I was looking through Reverb yesterday, as I do most days on my lunch break, and I came across this red, that's cherry red Les Paul. I was like, is that one of the new Slash ones that someone's put up? But it wasn't. It was I think it was a 2010 traditional, or maybe it was a classic. I don't know what year they did the tradition, started doing traditionals and classics, but it was definitely like within the last 15 years. It was in really good condition, had a nice case with it. I was like, it looks the exact same. So yeah, to be quite honest with you, you could end up just going that route, getting one for like, I think it was cheap as well. It was like 1,300 euros or something. Or maybe, I don't know. I look at so many guitars, I can't tell you how much they are anymore. Um, yeah, for sure. Anyway, we'll try and get that. I'll try and get that cleared up actually, because I'm sure I put it in my uh, wish list along with a certain Les Paul and a certain Flying V as well, which we will not mention. But the Roxy Pink Silver Sky did not go in the wish list because it'll be too far down for me on the list. Martin says, sorry I'm so quiet. Hands are full here, but I'm here. Hey, we appreciate you being here, Martin. No worries. You're all good. Uh, Money is cool. We get you. Keyboards be damned for sure. As someone who works in the technology industry, let me tell you, keyboards be damned. I wish people could understand that. I've never owned a Firebird. Not sure if I could handle banjo tuners. Um, yeah, pretty much. It's true. I may buy one at some point. I do have a couple in my wish list, mostly Epiphones. I have a Joe Bonamassa one that I want to pick up, maybe the gold one. It's a Firebird one, I believe, that he did a few years ago. And what's the other one? One of the ones Dave Grohl used to play. I like those. Those don't have the banjo tuner, as far as I know. Um, how do I know I'm? Yeah. Okay, Money Hedgehog, you're asking me, how do you know I'm selling guitars? I'm not a stalker. I just go through, I just go through Reverb religiously, like on a daily basis. Like I don't know if I should reveal how much because I am. It's kind of an obsession. Like I would say I go from page 1 to page 50 of Gibson guitars anyway, at least once a day, probably 4 times a day. Let's be honest. Um, yeah, and I totally don't abuse my work time to do that. I totally don't do it when I should be doing other things. I don't totally don't do that. I only do it during my lunch breaks and stuff like that. Anyway, um, Marge said, "Yeah, I saw the show, Todd. Plus, there was an after party interview with Slash, but wasn't that last night, or was there a second show?" That's a good question. Yeah, Slash has been everywhere, and Miles has been everywhere. They're doing lots of stuff. It's good to see. Um, William says the flame alone on your V is worth it. Absolutely love the look of it. Ah, thanks, William. Yeah, it is a beauty. It is a beauty. And the great thing about it is for a 40-year-old guitar, almost, it's in very clean condition. It's got a little bit of checking just underneath the bridge. and a stop bar, like 3 or 4 lines of checking. That's it. The rest of it's a couple of things and scratches on the back, a couple on the neck. But just like me, it's in perfect condition for an almost 40-year-old. We will say no more about that. Money says the V will be your favorite guitar. Just wait. I can tell already, man. I honestly had never been an enthusiast for the V. I'd never been super like, oh, I must get a V, or I was just never interested in them really. Now I'm like, why didn't I pick one up like 15 years ago? So yeah, I can tell it's gonna be a special one. It's really cool. And I'm surprised because honestly, it was, even though there's a couple of things wrong with it that I can fix easily enough, but like I think the dude undersold himself. Maybe he's just trying to get rid of stuff. I don't know. Very happy with that though. Keep them coming. Um, let's see. William says, I think Slash is playing like fine wine, better and better with age. Yeah, like I'm a big Slash dude. Like I'm a huge Slash fan. Seen him live so many times now. What I'll tell you is, I think the Guns N' Roses reunion really, like, I think part of that was, dude, you got to sharpen the fuck up, because there's sometimes I saw him live and he was great. The show was brilliant, but the playing was not top Slash level. It was good, it was great, it was entertaining. He'd do his crazy long solos and you'd be like, that was awesome. But it was a little bit sloppier than he would get away with on a Guns N' Roses show. So I think that getting back together has really, really improved Slash and made him kind of focus on it a bit more. I believe he works hard on stuff, but he's really come a lot better in the last few years again, and it's great to see. I think it's good. So that's why I'm interested so much to see if they bring out new Guns N' Roses music, which we're told they're gonna, but we'll see. We'll see. It should have happened by now, surely, but hopefully we get some new stuff and it'll be super cool. I really like the stuff with the Conspirators. I'd expect new Guns N' Roses stuff to be many times better, so that's a good thing. Al says, any experience with Bigsby? Had a nightmare replacing a broken E string. Ball end goes onto a pin pointing downward, then over under 2 bars, falls off pin when threading tuner. Sorry, Al, I've never used one for something like that. I'm genuinely a little fearful of them, because I think that, like, it would put me off playing that guitar, because I'd be like, oh, if I break a string or if I do that, I'm not going to know what to do with it. So yeah, I've stayed away from them because I'm just not sure that I will know what to do. But absolutely, I'm sure some of the people in the comments here will give their experiences if they have any, because we've seen stuff like that happen. But the guys who use them, I think once you get used to them and like restringing and stuff with them after a while, people do tend to really, really like them. Maybe someday, just not for me right now. But again, a year ago I would have said, no, I'm not a V dude, and then this one came up. So there you go. Todd agrees. The V has a great flame. Looks great under the lights. Like I was hoping to do a video with it with some really nice cinematography this week, but didn't get the opportunity because, the work thing, and been a busy week. Had so much on. Had to be enraged about the fact that Rory Gallagher's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was really upset about it, actually. And then I think it was Jeff Squire's comment said, yeah, but like Jay-Z's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It kind of doesn't have any relevance. I know that's not the exact comment. It was along those lines. I was like, it's a good point. yeah, yeah. And I should have, like I said it in the video, like Madonna's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think Madonna's about as rock and roll as a ham sandwich. So I'm not having. She did play Slane Castle here in Ireland, and I was like, I'm never going to Slane again. And then I did. So yeah, it's just not rock and roll, man. It's pop. Nothing wrong with pop, but claim your land, just do your thing. Oh, Muddy, you sold the Roxy Pink Silver Sky yesterday. I'm not surprised that didn't last very long. But yeah, very cool, very cool. On the way to what you're planning, which is cool. I'm glad. I hope you do get it very soon, actually, because That would be super cool, and you can share pictures of us and make us all with us and make us all very jealous. Slash isn't effed to high hell. So that helps, but I agree that he's really honed his skill, even after the drugs and smokes stopped. Yeah, well, I told you my thoughts there on that. I still recommend, guys, if you haven't read Slash's book, his autobiography, read it. It's great. Get it on Amazon. I don't know. It's probably like $10 now. I don't know. Get it on Audible if you've got a free trial or something. It is phenomenal that that man is still alive, and not only still alive, still performing in stadiums and things. It's like Keith Richards level ridiculous that he's still around. The Asian Redneck, nice to see you. Glad to have you here. And hello to everybody. He says Scott McPhee, I enjoy listening to Dave while I paint toy soldiers. Awesome. I got one of my bucket list guitars this week, Gibson ES335. It plays smooth and it does that ES335 growl. So it's on the bucket list as well for me. Absolutely, what a beautiful guitar. Yeah, let us know. Did you get the cherry red? Because I think if I was buying one, I'd go with cherry red. But I have a soft spot for the olive drab that they're doing lately as well. So we'll see. Now we know why Dave isn't running his Facebook and Twitter pages. Reverb be damned. No, I just hate social media. That's all that is. I just, you know what it is? I think social media is just like, it's just the worst thing that came along. I used to be super into it, and then I was like, this stuff's kind of shit. Kind of like, yeah. So I don't think it at all. I've never really got into Twitter or Facebook. Oh, well, Facebook I was kind of into, but Twitter never got into it. So yeah, it's one of those things. So sooner or later, I'll actually post on those things. I promise. Maybe we'll see. I get great ideas that I'm gonna like get involved in Facebook and have a huge page and all that sort of stuff. I probably will never do that. Anyway, I don't even have money to spend yet. I check Reverb. Ask me why. I have no idea. It's just a thing. Listen, I added up my Reverb wish list. And it was like, I don't know, it was like $40,000 or something. And that was like 4 weeks ago. so yeah, there's always new stuff going in there. Sometimes it's just about seeing how much things sell for and keeping an eye on different things that I might be interested in the future, and seeing if I'll put things on my wish list, see if people reduce it to a price that I'm interested in. There's a 1985 Gibson Invader on there at the minute, and the guy just reduced it to kind of a price I might be willing to pay for a Gibson Invader. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Looks in good, decent enough condition. Chainsaw case, I think it's just over €1,000. So I don't know, 1,100 or so dollars maybe. Anyway, that's my problem. I go on Reverb and I'm like, what do I need to do to get this guitar that I'm looking at right now? And then I see another one and another one. But yeah, it's kind of a hobby or an obsession. Matt says to Al, restringing Bigsby can be a pain. I tend to roll up the empty string packet and wedge it under the pin to stop the string falling off. Primitive, but it works. That's all that matters, eh? If it works, that was pretty cool. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, there you go, Al. Restring Bigsby can be a pain. I tend to roll up the empty string packet and wedge it under the pin to stop the string falling off. So that's from Matt Von Bosch. Maybe that'll help you out. Thanks, Matt, for that. Really appreciate it. Scott says it'll be a few days after it arrives. So I'll pick it up, Dave. I'll get my guitar tech to go over it to be sure it's 100%. Give it a fresh setup, and I'll be able to keep warranty on it too. Yeah, sweet. Glad to do that. One thing I would say is the bridge pickup just wasn't working. The selector switch just wasn't wired properly. So maybe some letters to get them checked the wiring on the switch. After that, it should be fine. Hopefully it'll be fine. Fingers crossed, because yeah, pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Let's see what's happening here. Saying good evening to everybody. Tone-wise, the V is very comparable to the SG, your current favorite. Same or better fret access. Toss in the additional cool factor and hide your wallet. Yeah, I was actually very surprised with the V's accessibility. I don't know why it surprised me, but it is super accessible. Now my one, I haven't measured the neck or anything, but it's super comfortable to play as well, like all up and down. Um, the body size and depth is just perfect. I don't know why more guitars aren't like that, but it is fantastic, and it doesn't feel heavy either. That's the thing I was worried of when my brother had a cheap knockoff V when he was starting out, like his very first guitar, and that was an anchor. Like that was a heavy guitar. Um, this one is sweet. Now maybe it's because there's a big chunk out the middle of it because of the Kaler that was on it, but it's definitely very comfortable. I still need to identify the pickups and see what's in it. I'm fairly certain one of them's a newish pickup, but I don't know what one it is yet. And the older one that's in it, it could even be an old Dirty Fingers. I'm not sure, but it's old and it's beat up a lot more than the other one. So that's my current thing, trying to find out the pickups. But definitely the V, so far, it was the right decision. So yeah, and I appreciate all your support for like it was really great to show you guys last week. I'll show you a great video of it when I do get the chance to shoot something cool. And then you'll be like, why doesn't Dave put this effort into all his videos and make them look cool? It's like, because I don't have time. That's why. But there you go. Benny says the Harley Benton is lots of fun, Dave, but it's still very much a cheap guitar. The tuners are worse than I thought possible. Oh no, yeah, that is the one thing with some cheap guitars. The tuners are usually the first place they could cost. Hope there was something like a Victory DLC Goto. That'd be great. That would be very cool. But yeah, the tuners. Sadly, that's where they cut them off. But hey, what can you do? But yeah, hopefully you get that sorted out. David Morissette, thanks so much for joining us. Pre-bend the string before the ring on a Bigsby. All right, that's another tip. Very cool. Could you turn on captions? Let me see. I don't know if YouTube will let me do it from here. Let me see if I can. Closed captions. Is it letting me do it now? No, it's not. Sorry. Yeah, it's not letting me because the stream is already running. It's not letting me adjust the settings, so I can't right now. But I'll keep in mind, I'll try to make that adjustment for next week, Harry. Sorry, it's not possible right now. Al says, I did bend a string before the ball, still had issues when finally attached, that string broke. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I'd say hopefully other people will throw in some more ideas. Some good ideas there coming through, I think. Al, you should try a Vibromate string spoiler on your Bigsby. That's another idea. That's another idea, yeah, to look into, absolutely. Oh, money, I can't tell you which one to get. That's definitely not on my radar, but they're both pretty cool. So if you don't know, Muddy H2O has posted on our Facebook group the two Flying V's he's looking at. There's one very cool Carina V58, I believe, and then there's one very cool custom in ebony, if I remember correctly. Maybe go help him out on the Facebook group. Tell him which you think is better. It's facebook.com/3Chord Dave Guitars, I think. So yeah, I think personally, because you mentioned before that the Carina is your dream guitar, go with that one. Because it's your dream guitar. You'll always want it. So that's my 2 cents there, to be honest. I think I was actually hoping to say it on the stream and remember to say it on the stream. And that's why I didn't say anything on the thing, but that would be my 2 cents anyway. Scum Fee, I was tempted by the cherry red, but I went with a used ocean turquoise green. Nice. With a figured top, Memphis built. Excellent. Very cool. Well, yeah, that's a beautiful instrument for sure. And Todd agrees. Congrats on your stellar instrument. I love that finish with some nice figured wood. Absolutely, it's very cool. Let's see, Marsha, I agree. Also, William says, I agree. He's pretty damn awesome. I've been clean and sober for 5 years now. Well, congratulations. That is cool. My playing isn't great, but I believe it's improved due to my new attitude towards every aspect of life. Awesome. That is very, very cool. I would say, you got to be respected for that. 5 years is a long time. It's a good job. Here's to the next 5 years. Keep it going. And yeah, well done. Well done. And, I find guitar is the one thing that I'm not great at, but I like my attitude to it, which keeps me going back. And I don't have to usually torment people too often with my playing. So it's all good. And Muddy says 15% off on my Paul right now, Dave. Go and get it. Dude, as I said, sell 1,000 t-shirts and buying your guitars. Both of them. But no, even with 15% off, I think it's out of price range for now. But I wish it wasn't, because it's so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do it. Let me just go and call the bank. Thankfully, it's Saturday night and they won't answer. Sooner or later equals later. It's okay. You do you. You don't have to do social media if it ain't your thing. I don't live on here either. I get it. Real life RL, not on a screen. Honestly, I'm just not a thing. What I find, so I used to live in the film world, and the whole thing there was people just BSing the life out of everything. People would post on a regular basis, big things happening, can't tell you about it, but believe me, you'll know all about it soon. Or speaking to an A-lister today, and he's really interested in my project. And then you find out the person bumped into David Spade in a Starbucks. You're like, all right, first of all, David Spade is not an A-lister, and no matter how good Joe Dirt was back in the day, he's not an A-lister. And number two, he's interested in your project. No, he's interested in getting you out of his face. There you go. So that's the thing with that world, and it just drove me crazy. Like, people post bullshit all the time, and I'm like, I ain't got time for this. I don't have a lot of time to do stuff I want to do, so that's why I try not to spend too much time on Facebook. Inevitably, I'm on there the odd time, but try not to be. So yeah, I'll post eventually. Trust me. Al says, "Don't wait on that guitar, Dave. It will be gone." It probably will, Al. It's not high on my list. The Invader. It's Let me see. There's currently 15 guitars on my wish list on Reverb, and that's just Reverb. And there's probably 10 of them ahead of that one. So yeah, we'll see. The last few months, I've had various. I had a couple of bonus payments come in. Things like that were great. So I was like able to pick up the V and a couple of other things like the Santana PRS and things. Although I don't think the Santana is going to be sticking around very long, to be honest. Not because it's not great. It's fantastic. I just don't think it's for me, though. And there's other things on the list. And that's where it comes to, sometimes you got to trade things to get other things. Sometimes guitar's not for you, so you'll let it move on so you can get one that is for you. That's very much my feeling. There's a guitar in my collection right now, which I love. I think it's brilliant. I might move it on because there's other things I want. We will see. It's going to be an interesting year, I think, if things go how I would like them to do. Scott says, "Dave, could you go over the ins and outs of buying used guitars in a video? Stuff to look for and avoid. I'd buy used, but I don't trust my judgment and would probably end up with a bunch of wall hangers." Yeah, that's a great idea, Scott. I do think Um, there's things to look out for. And in fact, when I bought the V, there was one huge thing that I forgot to get him to check for me and to show me before. Everything else I checked out was fine. I'd got him send me pictures of everything. But yeah, that's a very good idea. I'll do a video of buying a used, especially a vintage or older guitar, because I've now done that. So yeah, for sure. I think, look, the thing is, bear in mind, if you're buying off Reverb, you've got protection. And what I believe is they tend to side with the buyer heavily, no matter what the issue is. So if you're buying, you're in a strong position. If you're selling, you better make sure everything's right. That's just how it appears to be. But I will put that on the list of some things I'd like to do. Good idea, Scott. Well done, and thank you. I will steal it and use it as my own. Harry says, I use a Vibramate to hold the strings on my Bigsby. Works great, non-invasive to the Bigsby. That's cool then. That's good to hear. Marcia says to William, kudos. Make guitar your drug on a clean channel. Pun intended. It's easier to do things when you feel good and your head is clear. Yep. Jeff, Dave, you accomplished something that no other YouTuber has done. Gave money for Rory. Hope it works. Well, Jeff, hey, that's cool. I don't know about any money for it though. I mean, it's not, as far as I'm aware, there's no financial thing. So let me know what's going on there. I think change.org probably wanted money to push it or something. I don't know, but thanks for checking it out. Really appreciate it. I would like to see Rory get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think the Hall of Fame is a piece of bullshit and it's going to fall apart eventually, but if it's going to fall apart, Rory Gallagher should be in it at the time, because people will look back on the wiki and everything in years to come, and yeah, he's not even been nominated, and people like Eminem are nominated in their first year of eligibility. And how is a hip hop artist nominated? He's very good at what he does as a musical artist in the hip hop genre, the rap genre, whatever. Excellent stuff. Yeah, people dig your music. You're amazing, fantastic. Is that rock and roll? No. Sorry, it's just not. It's just not. Is Chuck Berry in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? He might be. I don't know. I don't know if hip hop has a Hall of Fame, but they should get one. They should get one. Marcia says, I'd be worried too, so I get it. I'd get taken to the cleaners and end up with a fake Gibson, as in a fake Gibson. I think a fake Gibson is actually a Gibson. Funny old story. So back in the day, like I don't know, it must be coming on almost 20 years ago. I mean, it's not that long ago, although maybe it is. Nearly 20 years ago, I bought a Gibson. I think when they first started to become available online, and I was convinced that they'd sent me an actual Les Paul. I knew nothing about guitars back then. I still don't, but I know a little bit more. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's a nice gold top, actually, but yeah, they weren't great back then. Phil Sakura, nice to see you. How are you? Thanks for joining us. So yeah, lots of votes there for the Vibramate. If you have a Bigsby, Al, I think that's good news, because it means maybe it'll help you out. Money H2O should provide a TCD official discount to people with the secret promo code. Now we just need a secret promo code. You know what? Money H2O is selling one of the finest looking Les Pauls I've seen in years. So the secret sauce he has is that awesome guitar. Everybody should go to Reverb and check it out, and buy it for me for my birthday. I'm just saying, it's a thing people do, I think. But yeah, he's a cool dude. That Les Paul, I want it. Dave, when it comes to playing, doesn't matter if you're 5'1" and only play 3 chords. Attitude is everything. Angus is a god, but he's no virtuoso. Just real talk. That's true. And how did you know I'm only 5'1"? That's secret information. I'm not, by the way. I'm 5'3.5". But I don't need any more guitars unless you're selling one I really like. Yeah, you will really like this one, honestly. It is beautiful. Sadly, I have to make my leave. I have to leave to make some dinner. A valid reason. A valid reason. Take care, everyone. Nice to see you, William. Thank you so much for dropping by. Dave, you are awesome, and I'm thinking we can all agree on that. Peace be with you all. William, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It really does. So thank you so much, sir, and take care and enjoy your dinner. Yeah, so Muddy with the information. Currently selling a Gibson Wildwood VOS R9 and a 1959 custom shop VOS Mahogany V. It's gorgeous, by the way. They're gorgeous. And a Silver Sky. What you want? Take one of each, please. They are cool. Yeah. It's just going to be following you in Reverb for a while. That's all I gotta say. Todd says, what do I want or what can I afford? The V would love to live here. I'll send my car and get with you. I mean, and there you go. Yeah, Reverb shop is Muddy H2O. Go check it out. Pimp out that listing for sure. And Muddy, if you're cool with it, I will post it on, or we can post it. Because I'll say I'll do it, but somebody can post it on the Facebook group if you want. You can do it. You've been there. Yeah, absolutely. It's they're beautiful guitars. If anything else, guys, you should check them out. And trust me, when you see them, you're going to want them. So, you know, just start applying for those bank loans because it'll be worth it. That 59 LP, it's gorgeous. Let me see. Benny is asking, Scott, did you receive the Warrior yet? I just got a new Jackson JS42 Rhodes Zero Coat this week after waiting 11 days for Thomann to get it to me in Denmark. They were swamped, apparently. Yeah, this is the thing we need to talk about because Thomann, they do take about a week or more to get stuff around Europe, but apparently they can get stuff to the United States in like 3 days. I think, I could be wrong, somebody said in Alabama they got something within 3 days. Maybe it was Butch, I think, who I haven't seen him here in a couple of weeks, but Butch maybe I think mentioned in Alabama for a couple of days. So let me see. It's yeah, it's kind of weird like that they can get stuff there in 3 days, but here we got to wait and wait and wait. It's just nonsense. But anyway, that's how it goes. It just always seems to sit in Germany for like 3 or 4 days before they ship it anywhere. And then I know they put it on the slow boat and it takes forever. Let me see. Glenn, there's where we are. I was trying to catch up on the comments there. Glenn, appreciate your mention of the Pistols declined to Hall of Fame induction. Yeah, I thought that was great, actually. You know, they were not a fan. Fair to say. Yeah, that's kind of what you'd expect the Sex Pistols to do, which is great of them still living up to their same reputation, I guess. Let me see. Scott, Dave, is it the case that Pelham Blue looks different on just about every guitar? Sometimes I see Epiphones that are Pelham Blue but look lavender purple. I don't know if that looks different. I think it just depends on lighting conditions and everything. For example, Frank Sidoris, who plays with Slash, he's got himself a brand new Epiphone, brand new Gibson SG with a Maestro and all that sort of stuff on it, and it's definitely Pelham Blue. But for a little bit of time when I was watching that show yesterday, I was convinced it was silver. So I think it just depends on the lighting and so on. For it. And the faded Pelham Blue of the SG you're getting, that's a green. Like I would consider that a very kind of silky green kind of. I think it's a great color. But yeah, the Pelham Blue. There's also there is variations of it. It can get very, there's times when I think it looks a bit cheap blue, and there's times I think it just looks fantastic. So it's possible. I haven't seen one that I think looks lavender purple though, so I think that would be, Yeah, that'd be interesting. I haven't seen one. I thought about that. Marge says, by the way, hit that thumbs up on the stream if you haven't done so. That's true. That is very true. So yeah, it'd be cool of you. I have 22 likes. That's pretty nice. 28 people watching the stream. So thanks for all of that, guys. Appreciate it so much. What have I got? Some things. By the way, guys, yeah, I did want to point this out on the stream today. This is all a big thank you to you guys more than anything else. So YouTube occasionally hits me with these notifications. Last couple of weeks ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was, hey, you hit 5,000 subscribers. This week I got this one, 20,000 hours of watch time. That's a long time. So if somebody wants to do the maths, tell me how long that is in days and months. But yeah, people really like the videos you're creating, and I that blows me away. I never really thought people would watch my videos. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. Honestly, it means a lot. The fact that you are all here watching this live stream and being part of the community here means a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for 20,000 hours of watch time. And as you can see, that was 5 days ago. Took that screenshot today, I think. So yeah, thanks so much, guys. Really blows my mind. So thank you so much. But yeah, hit that like while you're at it as well, for 20,000. Scott says, I've been waiting on a Dave Davison WR7 Jackson for a year. Supposed to be here in April. That is a long time. I don't have the patience to wait a year for anything. So yeah, it's let's see, what's the longest I've waited for something? Like if I order something and it's not here the next day, I'm like, why is it not here? I paid for it. I want it. Send it my way. So yeah, I'm not a patient person. So yeah, I couldn't wait a year. Like pre-ordering and stuff like that, I'm just not good with. What's the last thing I did pre-order and waited? I can't remember, but I think probably it was the Contemporary Squire Telecaster, because I just wanted one of those so badly. I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Oh, and the PRS thing, but yeah, that was kind of a weird one because I forgot I had that ordered. So and I didn't expect it to be delayed as well. Let's see. Jeff says, Dave, you just made me laugh. Sash's biography. He didn't last long in Toronto either. No, he didn't. That's true. That's true. Someday I will get back to Toronto, by the way. And if you're not familiar with that story, I think it was last week or the week before I mentioned it on the stream. So you might have to catch up on that at some point. Harley Benton 2x12 from Thoman to the USA in 2 days last year. How is that possible? You think like the bigger stuff would be take longer. And how was it, Glenn, by the way, the 2x12? Because I was looking at that a couple of days ago. Just because Andertons did a video with tube amps, and I was like, I'd get a cab for that. That'd look pretty sweet. So yeah, how was the 2x12? Let me know. That'd be cool. RJ's Cave, nice to see you. How are you? Thoman offers 3-day UPS shipping to the US for $65 to $80 extra. Normal shipping from the US from Thoman is about 30 days, and it's terrifying. Ask me how I know. How do you know? Let us know what's going on. 30-day shipping to the US is free from Thoman. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, if I was purchasing from Thoman, I would absolutely get, and I was in the US, I'd absolutely pay the 3-day shipping. As I said, not patient enough to wait 30 days. But unbelievably, again, with the super chats, Muddy H Show, thank you so much, sir. You are a wonderful person. Thank you so much. It means a lot. You've got a solid 3.5 minutes of watch time. You're welcome. And to make it better, here's some bacon. Nice. Bacon is the greatest thing of all time, food-wise. And I apologize if anybody is not a bacon eater for religious or other reasons. Bacon's great. So thanks for the bacon and the bacon. Appreciate it, Muddy. Thank you so much. Benny says, a year is a long time. Yep. Is it a custom shop or something? That's a good question. Yeah. Or Jay's Cave. Al wants to know as well. How do you know? But it's terrifying. Any paint color depends on the color of what is being applied to. That's true. It's true. Yeah, so absolutely. So you know, it's a good actually topic, this the shipping things, because I've often wondered, what if I buy something from Sweetwater? How long would it take to get here? The V took from the day the guy shipped it, it arrived at my shipping forwarding company 2 days later, and then they lost it. Talk about terrifying. I was like, why have I not had an update from you guys? I know my guitar was delivered there. I tell them, I know my package was delivered. Why have you not sent me a thing? And they sent me an email saying, we don't tell you when it arrives with us, even though I've used them many times before, and they have always told me that. They said, the courier delivering it will tell you that it's been delivered, so we just tell you when it's been shipped. And then they proceeded to tell me like 5 days later, oh, the wrong information was on the package. That's why it was delayed. So I don't know. I think someone opened it up and had a little play because there was tape on it that wasn't what the guy put on. So yeah, I think some dudes had a little checking out of the Flying V, but thankfully it wasn't damaged or anything. It came in very, very good condition. Um, so that's all pretty cool. But yeah, it was terrifying. Went missing for like a day and a half, 2 days. So yeah, I wonder how long Sweetwater would take, or straight from Gibson, custom shop, mod collection, that kind of thing. I've considered buying a couple of those guitars over the last year or so. Scott said just a Pro Signature or Pro X. Been so long since I cared about that one, to be honest. That's what exactly I would completely forget about it. Let's see. Thomann usually deliver to Denmark in 4 to 5 days. That's not bad. To Ireland, it's usually 7, 8 days. Um, yeah, like I've had it's shipped today on a Monday, and it's like the following Wednesday, the Wednesday the week after that I received the thing. Um, so yeah, it's not too bad. Like Germany's not that far away. It's like a 2 hour ride on a plane. So they should definitely get them here quicker. I don't know what's going on. You'd swear people were sending lots of packages out of Thomann or something. I believe they do ship out a lot of stuff. Scott says that Gibson SG protector case is going to be 3 to 6 months to get. Wow, that's amazing. Um, I think Thomann have them in stock. Let me just see for you, because I was looking for a case for my SG recently, and if I put Thomann into the Thomann thing search bar, that's not going to help us at all. Um, Gibson protector case for SGs. They do. They have them in stock at Thomann. €219. So yeah, those are nice though. Might have to go that hog. I don't know. I don't know. I'll say you're just giving me ideas now. Muddy H2O. Oh my God, sir. Another um, another one of these super chats. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it says, I think I smell a PRS Santana giveaway. Anyone else? Well, as I said, anything is possible if I sell 1,000 t-shirts this month. I mean, I'll probably shave my beard if that happens as well. That's another thing. I'll buy all of the guitars Muddy has for sale, Santana PRS giveaway, and the other thing, shaved a beard. Just got to sell 1,000 t-shirts and just make sure the link doesn't work. Now that I've said that out loud. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, Scott McPhee, thank you so much. Another super chat from yourself, $10 there, and it says, "Here's some cash for the guitar fund, Dave. Keep up the good work. Rory forever. Rory forever is true. Thank you so much. Thanks a million. That means a lot to me. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks so much, Scott. It's awesome. Marcia, wow, 20,000 of watch time. That's a lot of watch time. Most of that time was from a few of us that'll remain unnamed. Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, we have a good community. It is a small community, despite there being 50,000, not 50,000. Getting way ahead of myself. It's at least 3 weeks away. 5,000 subscribers. I do think a lot of those came by, liked their first video, subscribed, and haven't come back. It's just what happens on YouTube. videos don't get shown to you if you're just because you're subscribed to a channel. So I know there's a lot of people here who are dedicated, come back, watch every video, and I appreciate that so much. It means a lot to me. 20,000 is cool. But let's roll on. Let's get to 20. Let's get up 40 and 50,000 watch time hours and subscribers and all that sort of stuff, and keep it with a good vibe, because community has such a good vibe. Yeah, RJ, you got to tell us what's going on, man. How do you know about the Thomann shipping being terrifying? For sure. Phil, Cincinnati or LA? Is that in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Is that the thing? Because I know there's one somewhere near Cincinnati. I don't know if there is one in LA. You'll have to fill me in on that. Also, no commemorative plaque to hang in your wall for 20,000 hours or 5,000 viewers. Not even a little chain, YouTube. Come on. No, I think years and years ago, YouTube did have a 5,000 subscriber plaque. And I think they had a 10,000 one as well. But no, now you got to get all the way to 100,000 before you get anything like that. They send you an email though. They send you an email going, "Hey, you got 5,000 subscribers. Good job. Get on to the next 5,000." They do the same. I think when you hit 100,000. I haven't hit 100,000. I know what I'm talking about. When you hit 1,000, you get an email and a little animation thing sent to you. And when you hit 5,000, they send you, "Good job. People are loving your videos," all that sort of stuff. So yeah, they really take care of you. Send you a couple of emails. YouTube legends. James Severin, hey, 3-chord Dave, bought me a Gibson /4 standard, just waiting for it. Damn it, James. 3 of them I had in a basket. 3 in 3 different places, and I didn't get one. So congratulations, though. I like them. I like them a lot. I was trying to buy one yesterday, but people beat me to it, so I didn't get one. But thanks so much for sharing that with us. Would love to see pictures of it when it arrives, even though I've seen them on all the YouTube channels that from the shops that posted pictures and stuff and videos yesterday. Yeah, it'd be super cool. Let us know when it arrives. Jealousy is always going to be a thing when people say they got new guitars, for sure. Glenn says, love it, has the vintage 30s in it as well. Made heavy, the sound is so clean and crisp. Use it with a Bugera Infinitum 20 tube amp. The front cover is a little cheap, but the sound is better than I expected. That's actually the amp I was looking at. I think Andertons did a video on it. So yeah, it was it's a very cool one to look at, all right, for sure. So appreciate it so much that you would share that with us, because yeah, I might have to look at that now. I was just looking at it and thinking, no, that'd be cool. Now I have someone's given me experience of it. So that's cool. Muddy H2O has done yet another super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That is super kind and nice of you. And listen, it is always appreciated. And you have said, here's an additional $5 discount off my R9. Dude, I would listen, if I could make it happen, I would make it happen, I promise you. But at this point, think, you know, it's a little bit out. If you want to come down to the price of a /4 guitar, I could try and move some stuff around, but that would be not fair to you, so I definitely won't be asking you to do that for real. But no, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Very cool of you to do so. Thank you for all the super chats, guys. Benny says, Scott, hope your enthusiasm will be renewed when you get it. It's a Jackson 7-string with a Floyd after all. Dudes, I don't get 7 strings. I have enough trouble with 6 strings. How can you play a 7-string? How does that work? That's what I've always wondered. 6 is way too many for me. But yeah, that sounds cool. And Marcia says to James, let us know when you think it arrives. Let us know what you think when it arrives even. I hate that they didn't apply the damn sticker under the clear coat, or maybe paint the logo. That's my only beef. Yeah, listen, if they'd done that, I think a lot of people would have been pissed off, because people are buying, make no mistake, at least I'm going to be very conservative. At least half of those guitars were bought to be immediately resold. You will, as soon as they arrive with people, they will be relisted on Reverb. 100% they're going to be sold. People will be selling them, like some people will put them up for 10 grand straight away because of their limited nature. So there's no doubt. So some people don't care, but some people will be like, if I want to put it on, I'll put it on myself. Same with the Tom Morello, Arm the Homeless, and what was the other one? Like the sticker thing that came on his PRS signature. Yeah, it's just, that was a decal as well. So I get why they do it. Some people just won't want it. Same way they give a blank truss rod cover with the Slash ones, because you might not want the Slash truss rod cover. So yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be on it and were surprised it wasn't. So anyway, let's have a look. Al says, I have a calendar with photos from Shutterfly being sent from US to Brazil. It's like it's being held in customs for the importer's ID, like a VAT. Insane. They sent back the first one. Yeah, shipping and importing and all that sort of stuff is crazy. They do generally here. They generally let anything through, but they want their customs take on it. So it's 23%, and you're not getting away with it. To the point where the merch companies, there's some stickers as well. So I bought like 3 stickers as samples. One of them I want to put on my guitar stand, and I might put one on the case for the V and things like that. There's like 3 of them coming. The price was $4.95. They've charged me €4 90 something in VAT, because there's also a $3.50 collection charge. So it's like, we're taking your money and we're going to charge you to take your money off you as well. €3.50, thanks. So it almost costs as much in fees for the thing that it's like ridiculous. There should be a level that they don't charge you under, but there isn't, because in Ireland we got to pay for everything twice as much. There you go. Glenn, FYI, take Sweetwater about 3 to 5 days to get me my gear from Indiana to Virginia. It takes about 10 hours to drive there from my house. Yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah. I do though. I want to buy something from Sweetwater at some point just to get the candy. Very disappointed that I've never had Sweetwater candy. So anyway, yeah, it's very cool that they do that. Someone should actually take. I heard a rumor that Sweetwater were actually opening a European distribution hub. I don't know who said that, or if it was an April Fool's joke. It might have been on 60 Cycle Hum. Sometimes I think they're just putting stuff out there on that, but definitely not. Todd says, don't shave the beard. I think there's more chance of me not shaving my head than actually shaving my beard. Yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, unless there is one specific reason which I can't go into. But let's put it like this: if I shave it, I won't have a choice in it. So that's all I will say there. Dimebag Beard. I don't know if Dimebag would have an input into my beard, but for sure, it's an interesting question. Glenn says, is your Santana an SE? It is. It is the Abraxas 50th anniversary Santana that just came out the end of last year, and I just received mine a couple of weeks ago. Beautiful guitar, and let me tell you, those Santana pickups in it sound killer. Yeah, and it was like €599. One of the best deals I've had. So beautiful to play, out of the box, not a thing wrong with it, absolutely perfect. Just a great guitar. It has the problem though in my life that it came into the house on the same day at the same time as my new V, which, as Muddy H2O has pointed out, it's on its way to becoming my new favorite guitar. I mean, it's going to be difficult for it to overtake the SG. I adore the Gibson SG, but it's heading that way. It's in that thing. You notice he's rocking a V beard too? I wonder what that's all about. I have no comments to make on such a thing. Uh, but it is definitely something. Uh, so let me see what we've got. Money H2O, sir. Yet another super chat. Thank you so much. Honestly, you are too kind. You are too kind on this channel every week, and I appreciate it so much. But honestly, um, you're just too, you just, I can't even say, you're just too good. You're just too good. Thank you so much. Like their prices, their candy stinks. You're not missing anything. Sugar Lips. Is Sugar Lips a candy or I don't know. But yeah, it's an experience. It's the experience thing. Um, but thank you so much for that and letting me know. Letting me know. Um, let me see. Hey Dave, just popping around. Was expecting that you'd be drinking something different. Um, be a bench and drink flowers bitter. Sorry, be a mensch and drink flowers bitter. I don't really know what bitter is. Um, it's a very UK kind of thing, and yeah, here in Ireland, I've never come across it. I don't think so. So yeah, this is just an old honeydew organic golden ale. It tastes pretty good. So yeah, that's it for today. But you never know. You never know what's going to pop up in the fridge before a live stream. So let's have a look. But yeah, thanks Rick for joining us. Nice to see you, by the way. And yeah, glad to have you here. Scott says, I think YouTube should commission custom shop guitars for their top guitar related content creators instead of plaques. That'd be an interesting one. All right. I would be pushing a lot harder to hit that 100,000 mark if I was getting a free guitar out of it from YouTube, especially a custom shop guitar. That'd be great. Um, that'd be interesting. Let me see what we got. Phil says, "Sorry, being goofy. Super Bowl. Any preference between Cincinnati or LA?" Oh, it was the big game thing. Yeah, I do not follow American football all that well. I've watched the Super Bowl a couple of times in my life. If I was in American sports, basketball is my choice. Because I used to be good at it when I played it. And yeah, I don't get baseball and don't get American football that well. Um, I've never not enjoyed it, but most times when I've watched American football games, I've either been in a bar in the US or been in airports and it's been on. I was in America on a Super Bowl Sunday in an airport once. That was fun, and I was very drunk when I got on the plane. So, yeah, I slept all the way back to Dublin. There you go. So I don't know if I was going to pick one or two, I would pick LA because I've been there and I have not been to Cincinnati. So there you go. James, what time did you try to get one, Dave, for the Les Paul yesterday? So it was exactly 9 o'clock, but it was actually 9:01, and then later on in the day a little bit. So so yeah, between Thoman and Anderton's it was like 9 to 9:05 altogether. And then Chicago Music Exchange had one on Reverb. Almost tried to get that. But I was so hesitant. Like by the time I saw it, I should have just bought it straight away. And I started thinking about the extra money it was going to cost me. And I didn't. So anyway, that is my sad story for the week. I didn't get the guitar. Yeah, which I'll be honest with you, I was buying it knowing that the value of them is going to go up very quickly. So I probably would have done a video review of it, kept it a couple of months, and then sold it. So yeah, because it's not my ideal Les Paul. Muddy H2O has that one, and I'm saving up, and he's paying for it in super chats. So he's buying his own guitar. He just doesn't know it yet. um, yeah, let me see. So yeah, you were up at 3 a.m. on the 11th. So yeah, that was yesterday. But 3 a.m. in your part of the world was probably around 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. my part of the world. So yeah, we were probably trying to get it at the same time. Yeah, I was in work. You see, I mean, I wasn't in work. I was doing work related stuff. Yeah, just it wasn't the B for me. That's fine, you know. I'll get one of his V's when they come out that aren't limited edition. Um, anyway, Rick also picked up another 93 Fender Strat Plus neck, totally scalloped. Interesting, very cool. Hope you enjoy it. Good, good stuff. Let me see here where we're now. Jeff says, Phil, it's going to be a great game. We'll be happy for either team. That's nice. That's nice. I generally like teams to, one team to just get humiliated, beaten badly. Although I did see that Nita Strauss is an official part of the LA team. Like she has a guitar, like I know segment for each game and stuff like that, and she's like officially employed by the LA. Is it the Rams? So that kind of makes them cooler. So let's go with them and see if Nita's part of the whole situation tomorrow. I don't know who's doing the halftime show, because that's always the big pull. Is it like anyone decent? Because I haven't heard. Let's see. Benny says the Harley Benton Vintage 30 2x12 is a really sweet deal. It's the most important piece of furniture in my bedroom. Nice, Benny. So you have one too. Yeah, so Glenn has one and Benny has one, and you guys are both positively talking about it. Oh man, that's gonna put a lot of thoughts in my head that I should get one. I want something cool to like piss off my neighbors. So sounds like a great idea. I shall have to look into it a bit more. Scott says, how many Les Pauls are in your 1001 book? This book right here, the 1001 guitars you should dream of playing before you die. Lots, to be honest. It's all kinds of crazy, wacky things. Hopefully none of my markers fall out, because I do have upcoming episodes to record, I think tomorrow, as a Fender Bronco, which is surprisingly not one, but I'll probably mark that at some point. That's a cool guitar. I would say of the 1,000, probably like 60 or 70 or Les Pauls of some kind, because they do have signature models, and they do have things like the Dark Fire, the first Guitar Wish List one. They do have things like the Robot, the Dusk Tiger, is that what it's called? And then lots of specific ones like Peter Frampton's Phoenix, like his original one is in it and stuff like that. So some actual artist owned stuff is in there. So yeah, it's definitely cool though. There's the quirky stuff is the interesting stuff in that book. I fully recommend it. Like I've spent a lot of time with that book, just flicking through, reading. Then there's a little blurb about each guitar, but then I go and research it a bit more, and I'll spend like 20 or 30 minutes looking into Epiphone scrolls, for example. We saw this week's episode, and the whole point of the guitar wish list videos, by the way, is not to be like, here's a full history of this guitar. It's just like, this is a cool guitar. Here's a little bit of information about it, and kind of getting people inspired to look it up themselves. That was my whole idea behind that. So hopefully I'll do that. Like I think there's some pretty cool guitars on it already. There's a few really nice ones coming in the next few weeks. I might start putting those videos on a Friday as well, because I do want to have a Friday series, but I haven't had time to actually properly develop one. So we'll see. Definitely they'll stick around on a Monday for a while anyway, because they're a lot of fun to do. I really do enjoy it. SB is here. Nice to see you, SB. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I'm late. No worries, pal. That's absolutely cool. I got dumped hard and it's been tough. Oh man, listen, that's a tough one. It's hard, can't say it's not. So yeah, listen, your Chord Dave community is always here for you. So yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, sorry to hear about that. Hopefully you feel a bit better soon. See, look, Al gets it. Al, those Sweetwater bit of honeys. Those are the ones. Yeah, people keep telling me they're awesome. I've never had one. So SB, you're hanging in there. Good. Well, yeah, listen, we're glad to have you and see you all the time. So yeah, thanks for popping by. Look, that is a tough thing, and you know what? one of the best things you can do is pick up a guitar and just pour your heart into it. That's the truth. I always find guitars are there when I need them, whether whether I'm actually using them to their full potential or not. I just just rock out with it. Just do your best. And yeah, sorry to hear, SB, but let's try and make your evening a little bit fun at least. Money says another week with the V, and I'm guessing Dave has V-shaped eyebrows next Saturday, dude. The V-shaped beard, that's always been a thing. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with holding my beard like this all the time when nobody's watching. So yeah, it's just a thing. And I haven't bought special shaping materials or nothing. Anyway, moving on. I don't know. How do you make your eyebrows into a V? That, like, keep them in a V? I don't know. I have to get like a tattoo on my arm of like a flying V now, and see if anyone notices. Money HO needs to seek his guitars to support Dave's channel. Sell his guitars. Absolutely. Divas are expensive. We absolutely are. It is. It's our divine right to be. No, Money. You know. I love you. Honestly, as long as you're, selling that 59 Les Paul, that is true. Appreciate you. I do. Honeydew Golden Ale sound much better than the actual honeydew in my fridge. Anyone know how to turn that into booze? No. Could probably figure it out, but no. Dave is definitely a diva. How dare you? How very dare you suggest such a thing? Thank you for pointing that out. And Buddy H2O, thank you so much for the additional super chat. You are the benefactor of this channel, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. But for a Lady Gillette razor, that is not gonna cut it. I'm just saying, this thing it's too wild at this point, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Honestly, that is, you're great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you do. Anyways, let's have a look. Phil says, fair enough. I hope you get a chance to catch the game. My team's out, so no skin in the game. You just gotta enjoy some beer and watch the game. Yes, beer and games, those are for what Sundays were made. I will probably watch some other sporting occasion tomorrow and, play guitar a little bit. And that's about it. Reading some books and things. Let's see what we got here. Todd says, hello there, and sorry to hear about the downturn you suffered. But let me assure you that there are better things ahead for you. I speak from personal experience. Heal and look forward to better days. Indeed, better days are always around the corner. That's for sure. I think, eventually what will happen is you'll look back in time and be like, that was actually a good thing. It doesn't feel like it now. It never does. But I just seen Muddy's next super chat, which is funny, but it broke my seriousness for a moment. The point is, like, in time, honestly, you will look back. I look back on things in the past and think, I was super broken up about that, and now I'm like, but it was a good thing because it opened the door for other things that are way better. So yeah, I agree with that statement. And Muddy H2O, now I get it, because thank you so much for yet another super chat. Honestly, I gotta put a block on you doing super chats, because you're too generous. Or honestly, you are too generous. I appreciate it so much, but you're just too good to me. You really are. He said it's not for the beard, and now I get it. Okay, all right, awesome. This is the thing. Just Saturday night Chord Dave Live. It's always funny around here. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Muddy, so much. Marsha says, nobody likes getting dumped hard. Hopefully we can make your day a little brighter here. Let us know if we can help. Yeah, absolutely. A halftime show is a bunch of rock and roll Hall of Fame hip hop artists. Excellent. That's just, because I'll go make some sandwiches or something at that point. We're pretty sure, like, I have to work Monday morning early anyway, so I think it's on at like 3 o'clock in the morning here, so I won't care. How long is a game of American football? It's like 4 hours or something, isn't it? Al says, I don't care about Super Bowl nor anything NFL. It's a political thing. We don't like politics, so there you go. Absolutely. Right, but how to accelerate process? For the fermentation. It's complicated. You could probably find a YouTube video, not on my channel yet, but you could probably find something. Todd Moore, I don't do sports at all except women's beach volleyball. Todd, that's not an acceptable comment. Have you not watched women's tennis as well? Because you should get into more sports, widen your horizon. Beach volleyball is cool. It's a very athletic sport. I like it. Rick, I have another Frankenstrat in the making, like the one I had showed you a few weeks back. Very cool. Yeah, Frankenstrats are awesome. So yeah, looking forward to that. That's very cool. It's always tough to get and yeah, hang in there. It'll get better. Yeah, I'm gonna just be hopeful that we can cheer you up a little bit here. Is Jim Lynn's 2x4 in his air guitar in the book? Hope you watched his video, and this is very interesting. I haven't got around to his video, Al, because like I was saying last week, like the whole Tonewood thing doesn't really interest me too much. If it sounds good to me, it sounds good, and I'm not going out playing for other people. If I was going out playing for other people a lot, I probably would care. But yeah, like I think you can make a lot of things sound very good. His video gets a lot of traction now. A lot of people were talking about it. I'll watch it eventually at some point. But I don't think it's in the book. No, not this one. Maybe in the revision, the next revision. So we'll see how it goes. The Super Bowl halftime: Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Eminem. People like those people, so yeah. Why not indeed. Yeah, Phil agrees best therapy is playing guitar. I've always treated guitar like that, like since I was a kid, and just bash out a tune on it and sing. What I do is sing. Wouldn't be the greatest voice in town or nothing, but yeah, just belt out, get your feelings out into it. It's fine. That's what they're there for, letting it all out. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I love guitar so much. Glenn says, I lost patience waiting on the Squire Contemporary Telecaster. Wanted one in white. How is yours? Was waiting on your vid on it. Did I miss it? Yeah, it's up there now. A few weeks now. It's a very good, very, very good guitar. It's roasted maple neck. Is a thing of beauty. Feels great. There's no faults. There's no faults in that guitar whatsoever. It's one that I don't know quite how I feel about it, to be honest. Whether I'm just not spending enough time with it or not, but I think every time I pick it up, I'm like, this is a great guitar. I'm just not picking it up often enough. Obviously because a lot of new stuff has arrived lately, and that's probably why. But in terms of my expectations for it, it surpassed them by far. So yeah, it is brilliant. If you do get a chance to pick one up, Glenn, absolutely do. Yeah, for sure. Todd says the electric guitar is, as you said, Dave, the best instrument to express how you're feeling and makes you feel better in the process. Absolutely. That's the thing. It makes you feel better, and if you can get yourself some headphones and an amp or a Mustang Micro even. I love that thing. I think it's great because I can play all times of day and night. Nobody knows how badly I'm fucking up, which is quite badly sometimes. but you know, I can play and I can think I'm playing Rock and Roll by Zeppelin, and I think it sounds great. And people nearby don't have to know how badly I'm actually butchering it, but whatever. But, you know, our Black Dogs. Black Dog's the one I'm working on at the minute, and that's probably what their people next door are thinking. You're working on that, uh, so so yeah, get some headphones on, get jamming, and just make yourself feel better. No matter what situation it is, it always makes me feel better. If I have a shitty day at work, which in my current job, and I am actually job hunting at the moment, by the way, if anyone knows anything, let me know. But, but yeah, the if I have a shitty day, there's nothing better than picking up my guitar. That's why there's one, two, three, four, five. There's five, usually six guitars in this office. So that's why. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. There's way too many. Let's just not focus on that for now. The V effect in Dave's beard is a result of his inherent coolness, just like Dime's was. Todd, you've just elevated your place in the cool list on the Chord Dave channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd love to think that's accurate and true. So thank you. Phil, got a boogie. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of it. Yeah, absolutely. Todd says Dave's no lady. It's very true. I haven't been called a lady since 1992. He needs the Venus embrace for all the comforts of aloe and a bunch of other stuff us females dig. Nothing wrong with a bit of aloe here and there, you know. It's very soothing and good. Hey, John, I have a question for Dave and the group. Considering buying a Gallagher guitar, and I just found out they have an upgrade to better pickups and a bone nut. Does anyone know the differences? No idea about their pickups upgrades. Bone nut, I think, is probably a very worthwhile upgrade because I think with the Gallagher, you're probably looking at a plastic nut. So the bone nut upgrade would probably be worth it, depending, of course, what they're charging it. You know, it shouldn't be that much for a bone nut. But yeah, that upgrade depends what the pickups are. If they're any kind of brand name or anything, let us know. If there are any, if you have any information. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. Let me know kind of what pick or what the upgrades are. Do you even understand American football? No, I do not. I 100% have no idea what goes on in that game. I confuzzled Dave. Yes, you did, Woody H2O. You do on a regular basis. Clearly, Dave doesn't know the concept of the bearded lady or women with hormone issues. Yes, I do. I'm aware. I read the internet. I've seen Reddit at times. Take bids, cut the beard. I said it earlier, John. You might have missed it. That was it. Like, what did I say? 1,000 t-shirt sales, and I'll cut the beard off. But only if it's by the end of the month, because I need to buy one of Muddy's guitars. And it's going to cost me a while. If you're buying a Gallagher, keep in mind that you are getting a very low budget guitar. That's from Al. So interesting there, John. The upgraded pickups will make a bigger impact. However, I have bone nuts on all my guitars. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. The depends what the pickups are. Like if they're actually upgrades, because you wouldn't know. I'm sure they are. Dave better not shave that beard. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Anyway, but yeah, that would be an interesting live stream. Just turn up and be like baby faced. You'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? Dave, I've seen bits and pieces of things about Appetite for Destruction, but do you know of a full-length documentary style program about AFD, the making of and everything? If not, you can make it. That's interesting. That would be an interesting one. I haven't seen like a full feature-length one. Kind of seen bits and pieces over the years. Yeah, put stuff together. I've read a lot about that time in Guns N' Roses history, and I've read a lot about like Slash's life and Duff's life and stuff like that around that time. So Um, it's an interesting idea. Yeah. I mean, I think that would be a lot of work. Having made films and stuff, I know it would be a lot of work, but I'd love to do something like that in the future. Um, yeah, it would be cool. But you never know. You never know. Maybe I will. I know I was jealous before I'd started my channel. Obviously, I was watching a YouTube channel. Oh God, how long ago was it? Like probably 2018. Guns N' Roses Central. I was like, damn it, why didn't I make a Guns N' Roses YouTube channel? And he had a good few subscribers, 20,000, 28,000, something like that. So yeah, I was very jealous of that. I think his name was Sid. Had a chat with him at one point. Cool guy. And yeah, good idea. I'm not sure if he still does Guns N' Roses only. I think he just does like rock history or something else. It'd be an interesting one. Money HO, 1 hour of game time, 3 hours of commercial time, and 6 hours of useless pre-game shows. Yeah, sounds like a Super Bowl. That sounds great. um, yeah, that's it. Every time I've watched American football, and this is why I don't understand it. There seems to just be a lot of people standing around, and then a play happens, and it lasts for like 30 seconds, and then they stand around for like 10 minutes. I don't get it. I don't get it, but that's fine. That's because I'm Irish, and we got some crazy sports ourselves. You should look up hurling. If you haven't, you're welcome. 3 chord ale. Let's all get this ball rolling. That sounds like a great idea. You never know. I got a couple of side hustle ideas for this year, so we could be up for that at some point. James, 3 chord Dave, you rock, buddy. See you next show. Gotta run. Take care, brother. James, take care. I hope you're well. And yeah, absolutely, we'll see you on the next show. Thanks so much for joining us for today. John asked, could he be could Muddy adopt him? And Muddy has agreed to discuss it with the little lady. So you never know. If 3 chord Dave has facilitated an adoption, that will be a first. It'll be a first. Also, I'm not sure the legalities, so keep my name out of it. But Al will drink to women's volleyball. Well, yeah, we should all have a little taste of that for sure. Jeff, sorry, Marcia, I said, Jeff, I think Phil McKnight had some good videos to review some Gallagher guitars. Yeah. Yeah, lots of people got some free ones to do reviews on and stuff someday. I believe once you hit 10,000 subscribers, people want to send you their products for free. Right now, right now I get a lot of scam emails saying, hey, do you want sponsorship on your YouTube channel? Just download this file. They don't know that I work in the tech industry, so I see these files and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a scam. You're going to try and lock down my computer and ask me for Bitcoin, and you're not getting any Bitcoin out of me. So so yeah, I get like several of those a day. The funny thing is they all come from like the same email address, like the same .cz or cz email. Anyway, it's funny. Sooner or later, the subscriptions will come. You'll know all about it because you'll see them on the video. Dave, as always, thank you for all you do here. It means a great deal to me, and I'm sure everyone else too. Very much appreciated. Well, Scott, that's very much appreciated for you to say that. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's super cool of you. Thanks. Liz, I'll be honest with you, guys. I just come here to enjoy myself, and you guys make it fun for me. So that's all I can say. And making the videos is honestly just an outlet for me that I thought, hey, it'll be fun to make videos about guitars. Maybe I can buy some guitars and stuff like that. So, and genuinely, two of the things that I thought could potentially happen one day was like I might be able to get a ticket for the NAMM show, and the second thing was I might be able to get some free guitar stuff. And so I was like, so start a YouTube channel. That's why I started the channel. These are my two main reasons, and also like, oh, it'd be fun to talk about guitars and stuff. So yeah, so I could get a NAMM show ticket now if there was a NAMM show on, which I know there is in the summer, and I'm registered. We'll just see if I'm going to go. I don't know how things will be in the summer. And as I said, I'm in the job market. They're not going to get rid of me anytime soon, but I'm just kind of looking to see what's out there. I'm interested in expanding to a new horizon and so forth, seeing if enough stuff. And some things are happening that I'm like, this might not be the place for me no more. So anyway, there's nothing serious, but it just means that there's a lot more work going on my side at the moment. Anyway, that's for 3 Chord Work channel. We'll talk about that over there on Tuesday. Even the Super Bowl commercials aren't fun anymore. The advertisers release them all online in advance these days. Takes the fun out of laughing around TV when spoilers are online weeks in advance. I've watched Super Bowl commercials for years, the morning after, on my breaks and stuff like that, trying to catch movie trailers and things like that on you got a 15-minute break. You're like, how many of these trailers were there? So I appreciate the leaks because I never stay up to watch the game. It's very late. Like I said, it was at 3 a.m. or something, and I'm usually working early the next morning. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, is the Monday after the Super Bowl, is that a holiday or in the States? It should be if it's such a big deal, right? Because so many people have Super Bowl parties and all that. That would make sense to me. But anyway, yeah, I should really know that, to be honest. Somebody very close to me is American, but I don't think the Super Bowl is important in her life, so, or has been too much, so it doesn't come up too often. I didn't mean to say Jeff. I think that was autocorrect. Well, naughty autocorrect. John, I've no experience with Glary, but I'd go with the upgraded pickups and a bone nut. That's from Benny. Yeah, it sounds. I mean, as long as they're upgrades, that's for sure the way to do it. I kicked a hole in a classical guitar. Scott, how? It just sounds like a funny line. I kicked a hole in my classical guitar, and it improved it. Played it for years with acoustic guitar strings on it. Great sound until the tuners died. There you go. That's an interesting. This is why I said before, like I should interview some of you guys on the channel. My fear at the moment is that we'd be having like 30 people watch that video, because that would be very much a community based thing. People who are in here already would be interested in it, but that's a story. Scott, definitely we're going to sit down and talk about these stories at some point in the future, and I want to hear about that one. So if there's more details to it. Todd says, Dave, I chop Zeppelin to pieces all the time. Yeah, you and me both, brother. Chopping up Hendrix, chopping up Rory Gallagher, chopping up all kinds of things. Chuck Berry as well, do a bit of chop for him, absolutely. So yeah, glad to hear it. As I said, I'm not offending anyone because usually no one else can hear me. SB, I use Indeed for job hunting. Get the alerts, are quite helpful, and best of luck in your search, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I use Indeed as well. I like it. Yeah, a few copies of the old CV and resume cover letters and stuff gone out this week, and last week, a couple of weeks now. I've been on the lookout. So yeah, interesting stuff afoot, I'm sure. Because I'm quite picky. There's certain things I will put up with, and certain things I won't, and certain things I want, and certain things and I'm actually, like, the company I'm with, I call them an evil corporation because they're an evil corporation, but they're quite good to their employees at the same time. So I just think it's been a while. Been there a while. There's a couple of changes made. Don't fit my plans. So yeah, it might be time. So anyway, let's see how it goes. Let's see. Scott Bogford, I get my Glary info from Trogley. I've always been impressed by them when price is considered. Yeah, I've seen a few of his videos about them. That's just true. That's true for sure. Time for tea, says Rick, as it's 5:45. I'll send you a pic when I get the new neck refretted. Very cool, Rick. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, enjoy your tea. By the way, hit that thumbs up. Friendly reminder for Marcia. Yeah, absolutely. An AFD dock by TCD would be freaking genius thing. You've got to nail Duff down to do it. You have the experience, so why not? Yeah, it would be cool. It's getting the people like that. Yeah, it would be cool. I'd have to get some interviews from probably everybody. Drag in everybody. who was involved, anyone at Geffen at the time, anyone at, um, the ladies who were involved. Trying to get Izzy would probably be a nightmare. Stephen would do it for like $5, but that'd be fine. So you could drag everyone else in and be like, Stephen's gonna be in it. You'd probably be like, yeah, Stephen does everything. So yeah, it would be fun. I would love to maybe look at that. So yeah, definitely that's something I'd look at. Sports that can end in a tie are lame. Oh well, John, there's there's not a, I get you, but sometimes definitely a tie is always frustrating for both teams, I think, when that does happen. To be fair, Dave, you showed up to the channel with a shaved head without any warning. Once upon a time, anything's possible with you. It's true. Although that was in the planning for weeks and weeks beforehand. Actually months beforehand, because I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then one Saturday, because I bought 2 pieces of machinery to help me do it. And they sat on my kitchen table for about 3 weeks before I actually said, right, I'm doing it today. And then when I did it, I was like, oh shit, I've got to do a live stream. And I wasn't quite used to how it looked at that point. Now I look back at like my thumbnails, my videos from before I did the shaving, and I think I look a bit strange. So yeah, I like it. I like it. This is my look now for the next while. And people seem to be scared of me in the supermarket as well. So I like that. They stay away from me and leave me alone. Like if I'm walking somewhere, people are just like, ooh, get out of this guy's way. He looks like he's a badass. I'm not, but I look like it apparently. So it works for me right now, so it's all good. Anyway, let's see. We got to wrap up soon, actually, guys. So we got to probably jump through the comments here because yeah, I have a couple of things that I need to do. Bang on 12 o'clock, so probably have to wrap up now in about 5 minutes. Might not even get 5 minutes. I don't know, because my MacBook is showing me some weird signal. So hopefully, if I just disappear, something wrong with my MacBook. So yeah, I might actually just call it, to be honest, because it's giving me this weird thing and I need to go sort it out. Anyway, guys, look, let's see. We were talking about, let's see, Glenn said Guns N' Roses, saw Guns N' Roses in 92 with Skid Row opened. Axl was Axl and the show started pretty late. He did that. It was good and buzzed and pissed off by the way they took the stage. Slash did bring my mood back in check. Yeah, pretty cool. When they came on stage, if they stayed on the stage and played for the entire show. But yeah, that would have been cool. I would have enjoyed that. Every time I've gone to see Slash has been on time. Every time I've seen Guns N' Roses, which was one time, they've been on time. Have a ticket for this summer. We'll see what happens. Halftime show is shit. All recent Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, and that's when I'll be taking out the garbage instead of watching it. There you go. Benny Larson says, here's to 10,000 subscribers. Absolutely, Benny. Yeah, that's a big goal. Hopefully that'll come up soon. Al prefers rugby to football. Rugby is a better sport, I think. Take off the pads and helmets. No re-entry substitutions. Constant action. It will be more fun when I understand all the rules. There's quite a few of them. But yeah, rugby is a great sport, and Ireland are good at it, so I enjoy it. Live chats are better because we actually have to hang out with the host of Dave's Pub. Did we get to vote on that yet? Actually, no, John, I completely forgot about putting something in the Facebook page. I'll try and do it tomorrow. But again, forgot. But Phil is always super honest when he gets freebies. He literally has given very bad reviews a number of times, whether he got a freebie or not. Yeah, Phil McKnight is one of the few, I'll be honest with you, who does honest reviews, regardless of getting free stuff. Other people are like, yeah, this is great because they gave it to me for free. But Phil is genuinely one of the best YouTubers, the guitar YouTubers. I love his channel. Phil McKnight always tries to give brands an opportunity to address or fix the issues. He does. He's great. It's okay to post commercials online after the game, but before the game airs live. People used to watch especially for the commercials. I don't know. No, I think Dave Wilkinson makes the Glary pickups. Wilkinson make good pickups. I think they're pretty decent, to be honest, for budget pickups. They're very, very good. Let's see. The best Super Bowl commercial was Will Ferrell complaining that Norway had more electric cars per capita Norway responded. Excellent. Yeah, I love Will Ferrell. He's good. He's very funny. Step Brothers is quite a movie. Old School is fantastic. Love him to bits. Anyway, guys, let's wrap it up because, as I said, MacBook's acting a little bit weird. So thank you so much to everybody for joining me. Thank you again to Muddy and Scott for the super chats. That was awesome. Don't forget, guys, 1,000 of these t-shirts get sold. I'll buy Muddy's guitars and do all the other stuff I said. I can't remember what it was, but giveaway the PRS. So, so there you go. Just got to sell 1,000 t-shirts. Let me know. Links will be in the description below. And of all the videos. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves out there. I will see you next Saturday. And yeah, be well.